Hey Wildcats, I'm a day late, but today we are reviewing episode 2 of season 3 of High School Musical, the series. Once again, we got very meta with this episode with the reference of Frozen, the musical, the series. Would they ever name it that? No, that's too complicated for a title. Boy, do I know, because I say it on a weekly basis. But guys, another great episode of HSMTMTS. So per usual, we've got our Wildcat of the week, EJ this week. EJ Caswell, give it up for Mr. Caswell, the director. I feel like he stepped up for his friends as a leader. His character development, it's just really on display in this episode, and I really loved that. And he's such a sweet boyfriend to Gina, and I love that. And I also like the fact that he's gone from like he very much loves Shallowlake, but he's not necessarily used to being in this position of authority, I guess. Power is the wrong word. Seeing him kind of step into a new role in this camp that has kind of defined who his character is for the past couple seasons, it's been really, really nice to kind of see this different side of EJ and see how he steps up for the musicale. So that is why EJ is our Wildcat of the week. Then for Bop to the Top moments, everything Portwell. I'm sorry, but I'm going to enjoy it as much as possible in case the writers decide to hurt me, to sink my ship, to just do anything between the two of them, any conflict that may arise as the season goes on. I just want to enjoy them and their little moment in the morning on the front deck of the barn, just kind of drinking coffee and talking and reassuring one another. I just think they are very positive reinforcements in one another's lives, and I absolutely love them. And this is for my Modern Family fans out there. Mitchell being Nini's donor dad, or Jesse Tyler Ferguson, the actor, playing the character that is Nini's biological father. Mitchell is one of the main characters of Modern Family. Jesse Tyler Ferguson plays Mitchell. And in the series, him and his husband Cam have this kind of banter about which one of them could be a potential donor for a couple who wanted to have a baby but needed a friend to do it. And I think it's hilarious because that's kind of, I don't want to say a big gag, but there's at least one episode in specific that deals with this topic, and Mitchell did it. He became a donor father. And I just think it's super cute because his character in this series seems very built around what Mitchell was kind of awkward, a little bit wouldn't know necessarily how to act in that situation. And I really loved him popping up in this episode. I also really loved Nini's song. So good. And I'll just jump to my little screen moment here with Gina's song in comparison. Not that Sophia Wiley does not have a beautiful voice. Her choreography was on point. It was wonderful. But I feel like Nini's song, she's playing it by herself because she's trying to write songs every day, and she's struggling to know whether this is a path she actually wants to explore. And now she knows it's literally in her DNA, and it feels natural because it's overlaid with a montage of what's going on at camp. It felt natural. Versus Gina's Balance song, I feel that is just, it doesn't fit as logically in the story, and you're gonna be it's a musical. Anytime they're singing, it's illogical. That would never happen in real life. But it's just Gina didn't break into that song for her audition. That was just kind of her mental headspace. And I do the pseudo-realism or the fantastical elements that the show has. Obviously that makes it special. It's just these music videos are not hitting with me. They're not. I'm sorry. And they just don't fit naturally with the plot of the show. So not that it wasn't wonderful, but I feel the same way about it that I do the Joshua Bassett music video from episode 1. Back to Bop to the Tops. Everything Carlos says, from the revolution will be televised to just his Mr. Blue, all of these comments, hilarious. I'm also loving the fact that he's such a control freak that he's we're gonna go find the cast list and I'm gonna fix it. And he's just, I love the chaos that Carlos allows to ensue. It's just hilarious. And then Jet's singing was absolutely phenomenal. Okay, we all knew that he was the loner. He didn't want to be in a part of any of the stuff that the rest of them are doing. So obviously he was gonna have a crazy talent. I'm just intrigued now in his character to know why does he have this fantastic voice and yet doesn't want to do this? Is this his first time at Shallowlake? Did something bad happen to him last time at Shallowlake? Because he seems kind of like a newcomer, but he also has this fantastic voice. So where's the album? Where's the album deal? We need it. Now on to my scream moments, which these aren't necessarily bad. I kind of already talked about the illogicalness of Gina's music video moment, but the rest are kind of just cringe moments that are written that way, but they're done well. So the first one, of course, being the awkward Gina and Ricky interaction, which I think is very interesting, and I'd like to point this out. The costume designers of the show are doing such a good job of matching certain elements from the original High School Musical series in terms of the clothes that they wear, the aesthetic of each character, and applying it here, because Gina is back in pink. She's wearing a lot of pink, which is very Sharpay-esque, right? She's back to this like teamwork doesn't necessarily make the dream work. Like I want to make my mark, which I think there's some credence to that thought process. Like I understand where she's coming from, but that pink associates her a little bit with Sharpay, but she's also got like the softness and like main love interest element of Gabriella. And both the two main men are wearing blue, which is Troy's main color in High School Musical 2. And you're looking at me and saying you look like a crazy person that like you know what they're wearing, but when Gina steps out of wherever she is by the pool and runs into Ricky, there's a feeling there of like the awkwardness of High School Musical 2. I don't know. When they both look into the camera and they're like, please like get me out of here, like bail me out of this. It's so funny, and I like the way Ricky's character is developing. I feel like he's trying to be more free, but I like that he's putting himself more out there, and I like him not being tied to a romantic interest at this point. Like I want to see Ricky be Ricky, you know? I just love that moment, and the costumes. And then the last thing is Gina reverting a little bit, just because I don't want her relationship that she's worked so hard to develop with both Courtney and Ashlyn to disintegrate at this camp just because she wants to be the lead so bad. I just don't want to like go down the same storyline road. Like I want something new, something fresh, original, please, thank you. But it's also makes sense. Like you're growing as a person and like you think you've made progress, and then like you want something bad enough like this lead role, and maybe she's able to like get the lead role and become a leader, but maybe she becomes a little bit too bratty and like has to like reconnect with her friends. So I appreciate the thought put into the story. I'm just not like, I don't want her to regress. She's my favorite character. But what did you think of this week's episode of High School Musical, the musical, the series? Please let me know in the comments down below. And I would also really love if you subscribe to the channel and like this video, because I do these reviews weekly and try to keep them on Wednesdays. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an absolutely amazing day or night whenever you're getting to watch this, and I will see you in my very next video. Bye, Wildcats.